Okay guys, so now what I'm going to show you is an alternative method that you could change sides when you're playing on one side of De La Riva to the other. I understand that some people will have trouble playing De La Riva on both sides. Personally, I always was able to a competition play De La Riva on both sides, but I always felt like one side I was significantly better than the other. It took me like a few years of working it on both sides to get it on both sides the same level, but I'm going to give you a kind of a cheat to get back to the other side of De La Riva. So in case you feel that, you'll be able to just switch sides whenever that happens. Because a very smart method a lot of high-level people do is they'll lead with their left leg in front. And why they do that is because they know that everyone plays guard with their right leg, on their right leg, right? It's because everyone's typically a righty, and righties typically would play De La Riva on her right leg. And when she leads with her left leg forward, that would make me have to play on the other side, which is like a lefty. These guards are kind of like writing. When you write with your hand, you have a certain coordination with your brain, right? And that coordination in your brain is not the same on both arms. That is why playing guard on one side versus the other is different. Your brain coordination is different on both sides. The function of your both arms will vary. And that is why you have to kind of change it doesn't have to be identical on both sides, your game, your guard. That's something I learned as I was developing my guard. I stopped trying to force making my guard really good on one side versus the other. So that is what helped me a lot when I was developing my guard. I started thinking of each side separate. Okay, on this side's one thing, on the other side's another thing. So I don't ever try to make my guard the same on both sides. I'm just going to give you options, and then you're going to see what your coordination is like on one side versus the other. And that will help you put together what you're going to do in these situations. Okay? Like I said, if I'm a righty personally, and if I write my name with my right hand, am I going to be able to write my name the same way with my left hand? No, impossible. So that's why when people say, oh, you should master both sides the same way, I disagree. I think that you should have the techniques on both sides, but your approach and how you use them are going to differ on both sides because of your coordination being different. Okay? You'll notice some things will be easier, some things will be harder. So yes, you do have to learn the moves on both sides, but you're not going to be doing them exactly the same on both sides. Some things will vary just due to your brain coordination. Okay? And when we're playing De La Riva, think about it. When I have my right collar, I'm a righty, right? So when I'm I'm changing sides, I'm angling her. That's coordination in my brain. I'm using to angle her using my hand. My left hand is framing on the leg. When I change sides, now I have to use the coordination in the collar to angle her and stuff with my opposite hand. But what happens is when you're using your right arm, you're stronger with your ankle grip, your knee control, because your right arm is stronger, because it's your coordination. So you might have better coordination on the ankle now, opposed to the collar. So you can use the same position. I'm just saying some strengths and weaknesses will change, which means that your attacks might change a little bit. Because now you're keeping the angle in front of you, the ankle in front of your butt and stuff might be a little easier if you have your collar, your writing hand on the leg. And your left hand might not be as strong with pushing and pulling, okay? So now I'm going to show you how to change sides when you're playing De La Riva. So if you can stand up, please. So let's angle ourselves this way. So I'll be here in De La Riva, and I'll be on this side here. I'm going to hold the collar. She's going to break my grip. She's going to try kicking out. 1, 2. I get the collar grip. I remove it. Actually, I'm going to change opposite sides so I can show you how to get to De La Riva on that side. Because most of the people are going to be playing De La Riva are going to be playing it on this leg, and the person's going to only be leading with this leg, like I just said. So she's going to be leading with this leg. I want to get De La Riva on this side, but she's only giving me this side. So what I'm going to do is, let's go this way. Yes. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to De La Riva here. I'm going to end up in De La Riva here, right? You're going to try kicking out your leg. I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to get to this spot. I'm going to pull out the lapel and pull out the lapel. I'm going to feed the lapel here. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring your body this way. Now, just so they saw the feed. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to see that she's holding my leg. Here, hold my leg, please. I'm going to break this grip on my leg. I'm going to go into the double ankle sweep here. I'm going to move my body. I'm going to pull her body this way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my leg here. I'm going to put my foot in De La Riva on this side. And now I'm going to let go of the lapel and change sides. You see? So this is the way I'm able to change sides when I'm doing De La Riva. So every time I'm here, I can do this as a drill even. I can be in De La Riva here, I do the lapel, hold my leg please. I break the grip, I pull her forward. I control the ankle. I go both legs like this. So both legs are square on her hips. Now I can push one leg back and go De La Riva on the other side. You see? This is a really cool drill that you could do that if you're stuck on one side, you could angle yourself to get back to the other. So let's say that she gave me this leg and I'm like, crap, I have to play De La Riva on this side. I'm uncomfortable. So I'll be here. I could be in De La Riva. I could just feed the lapel here. I could get the sleeve. I break the sleeve. I go here. I bring her leg in front. I go De La Riva here now. I can even double ankle sweep her here. But let's just say I can't. I just push the leg away. I go De La Riva on this side. I feed the lapel again. I break this grip. I pull her leg up. I get here. Both legs on the hips. I bring my butt in. I control the ankle. I go De La Riva. I push this leg back. Now I'm here. You see, so this is a really good way that you could change sides when you're playing De La Riva. And you'll see, when you're playing guard, I'll be in guard here. And I'll be playing collar sleeve. She'll lead with her other leg. Yes. Now I can go De La Riva. I'm here. She starts trying to kick out her leg. I control the leg. I get to the lapel. She's holding my leg. I break the grip. I bring the leg up. I bring my other leg up. See, now I'm in this spot here. See, I can go double ankle sweep, but now she's keeping her base up. I can't sweep her. So now I can go De La Riva. I can push away. Now I end up on this side here. Now I want to change sides again. 1. Hold my leg, please. 2. 3. 4. 5. I can keep the lapel. Look what I can even do. I can start moving our balance to make her fall. Here, you see? And now look how easy it is to sweep if I have the lapel here. So you see how I can use both grips to help me sweep her. So stand up, please. So every time I'm here, and I'm here, she holds the leg, I'm holding here, I want to switch sides. I go here, I go here, I go De La Riva. This side. Pull her forward, I bring my legs here. Both legs are here, I hold the ankles. She's not falling, she might be grabbing my collars even. So she's not falling. Now I go De La Riva, I push her away. I end up on this side. So something I wanted to talk about also is, sometimes when I fight really high level opponents, I'll think about altering my side of attack. And I'll do this because I know that their strength will be defending one side opposed to the other. So just like people on top will do one thing to counter the other person, I'll do the same thing. Because, like I said, everyone's coordination in one hand varies to the other. If I can write my name with one hand and the other hand I can't, that shows you that your coordination will differ on both sides. So if you're fighting someone and you feel that their base is super strong in De La Riva, I might change De La Riva sides. And now their base is going to be altered because all their strength was on the other side. Let's see if their coordination is the same on this side. And it never is. They can still be amazing on both sides, but their coordination is going to differ. They might have some different strength on the other side that they don't have on this side. But let's just say that they always pass on one side. If you force them to play on the other side that they pass, also, that's going to really cause their brains to have a problem with their coordination and their movement. They're going to try to get you back to the other side. So that is a really good option when you're playing guard, to force the person to end up on their other side. And if the person's forcing you to play De La Riva on the opposite side, this is a great option for you if you're stuck, right? If you can't deal with it. So come back again. I'm here in De La Riva. I have the lapel fed. Please push down my leg now more strong here. Yes. I pull your leg up here. I bring the leg up. I get my leg here. Look how easy this is. Once I get here, I just control the leg. You see, once I control this knee here, look how easy it is for me to switch. Now I have De La Riva here. And it gives me the control. Once I get my legs like this, you see, now I'm able to choose which side I want by pushing one, connecting the other. Pushing one, connecting the other, you see? So that's why I'm able to do this. Just a simple switch drill, okay? So I have the Della with the lapel. She pushes down my leg. She's really strong here. She might be here, really strong. I just break this grip. I go like this. One, here. I get both legs like this. You see, I'm in the same spot on both sides. Try to underhook one of my legs. If she underhooks one of my legs, she's gonna fall. You see, she loses all her balance if she starts underhooking my legs. And then if that happens, look how I can feed the lapel down again. Or because she's staying on the wrong hip, I could come up like this. You know, that's here. If I had double panic grips, I could even start coming up like this to come up. So I have all these options to even come up here. But just that concept alone of changing sides is so important and altering their coordination on their bodies, right? Okay, so we're gonna work this now and we're gonna move on. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna show you a new variation from the De La Riva with the lapel. There's many ways I can get to this position, which makes it really interesting, but it's a lot of control on this knee. So I showed you before how to sweep from De La Riva, and I made this grip for coming up, but I can make this grip in open guard as well. Many people have used this position. I think the first person I saw use this position was Tanquinho against Lucas Lepri, how he fed the lapel. Tanquinho used this a lot, I think. Then Rafael Mendes used it with Cobrinha also. Guy Mendes would use this also, so I think like Tanquinho might have been the first one, and then the Mendes started doing it. Well, they're all Mendes, so Augusto Mendes. So then the other Mendeses started using it also. So I think it's a very strong position for control. But let me explain how I personally get there. So a big problem when you're playing De La Riva is the underhook. Remember how I said it's a fight of angling your butt over the foot, right? So lay down, please. She gets me in the lapel De La Riva here. She feeds it. The problem is some people that are very good on top of De La Riva, they do this, they underhook the arm. You see? This is very common in black belt. This is common like everywhere. I love doing this as well because you literally shut off their leg and you could possibly even pass the guard. You see? So there's so many good options when you get to this spot. So now I'm gonna show how we address this. Come back up. First of all, I want you to notice something. For the person to underhook, what do they have to do? They have to put their weight on the back leg. When I know their weight's on the back leg, this is gonna make my other move way easier to set up because their weight's on the back leg. And it's gonna be like this. So we're gonna set up De La Riva like we learned previously. All the grips that we could do, right? We're here, we go here, I go to De La Riva. She tries to kick out her leg. No, she breaks the collar first, she kicks out the leg, we go here. I take out the lapel. I go on the line of the lapel to remove the lapel. I go like this. 1, 2, 3. You see? Once I get the lapel out, I'm gonna feed it. I'm gonna bring it to my hand like this. I'm gonna bring my palm up so I can bring my knee to my chest more. And now I have a lot of strength here. So now, for her to underhook, if she leans forward and tries to underhook, there's no way I can flip her. You see? She has to put her weight on her back leg. You can even go on your knee if you want. Now stretch your leg. Now underhook my leg and grab my tricep. You see? This is what she has to do. So when she starts doing this and I feel her start going under my leg, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove my hand, so keep feeding your hand. I'm going to remove my hand and I'm going to get the lapel grip here. So notice, I just shut off her chance of using her arm under my leg. You see? This grip is so powerful because now she's stuck because I'm pulling her shoulder to me. Even if she's using her arm here, look how, like, could you keep putting pressure on me here? There's no way she can even put pressure on me now because this arm doesn't even matter. So now she's just gonna take this arm out and she's gonna end up back here, you see? So this is very important how I'm feeding this grip. And once you're here, it's very hard for the guy on top or girl on top to get out, you see? It's very hard for the person on top to get out because the only way they could get out would be dropping on their hip, taking their leg out literally, and now clearing the leg. Literally the only way out. Come back. It makes it very difficult for the person, even if they step over my leg and put pressure, now squat and put pressure on me. It makes it very hard because I can keep stepping on her hip to angle her body away from me, you see? So, and it's so easy for me to take my leg out every time and put my foot back here. So this is a very advantageous, safe spot for us to go to if we feel the opponent has a lot of pressure on us and they're putting weight. And notice how I'm able to dominate one side of her body. So every time you can dominate one side of the body, like come to close guard on me.
every time I can dominate one side of the body, I have a lot of power, right? Because one side of her whole body is done. She needs to frame on me. She needs to defend here. But she has very little control of herself because one side of her body is completely done. When I have this grip in De La Riva here, change it, go this way. When I have this grip in De La Riva, it's exactly the same concept. Look how one side of her body is completely pinned. I can get my leg over. I have all these options that I'm going to show you. But it's so important you understand how this grip on her knee is really affecting her base. Because think about it. Before, when she brought her foot up, to walk her foot up, to get to the pass, bring your leg up. No, let me show them. So before, when she's hugging the leg, and she's here, to underhook, I have to do this. I have to walk my foot up. See, my foot has to be up, and the angle has to be like this. Once he gets the lapel grip on my leg, when she gets this grip on my leg, now put pressure on my knee and turn in. I want you to see something. Look at the toes. Look at the toes on my body. I can't stay anymore this direction when she puts pressure on my knee. Pull my knee to you. Why? Look what's happening to my knee. Now stand up. What's happening to the knee is the same thing that we learned previously from the overhead, how we manipulate the foot in the second part of the De La Riva series. Look what's happening. When I bring the knee to my chest, look how I can turn her body this way, right? Every time we put pressure on the person's knee, we're able to bring the toes the other direction. You see? That's what we're doing in this spot. We're doing the same concept. We're putting all the pressure on the knee. What does that mean about the toes? We can manipulate the toes in, you see? So that's why when I'm here, and she starts walking forward, and I get the grip here, and I bring her knee to her chest, look what I can do to her toes. Try to keep your toes this way. Try to put your foot on the floor.
Oh.
Put your toes this way.
Okay.
No, open.
That way.
This way.
Okay.
Now look when I bring her knee to her chest. Now try to put your toes that way.
Can't.
So what does that mean? She cannot keep pressure on me forward. You see, that is why this position is so good. Because she can't put pressure on me when I'm in this spot here. So that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And you see the mechanisms of the 2-on-1 that I'm using on this forward knee. And like I showed you before, lay down please. When I'm sweeping her, and I'm here, and I feed the lapel here, it makes it really easy to sweep the person because I have control of this grip. We're going to be doing the same concept now on bottom, when she's in the regular guard. This sweep Tanquinho used against Lucas Lepre, and it's such a powerful sweep. So basically what's gonna happen is this.
Stand up.
Yeah, please. I'm going to be here in De La Riva. I'm going to get here. And I'm going to feel that I'm here and I couldn't beat my opponent when they walk their foot up. So remember I said previously, don't underhook yet. Remember I said previously before, if the foot comes up, we do all the De La Riva drills that we learned previously. Moving her this way. Her weight's up here. If I can't move her this way, I back up and start moving. What happens now is she's gonna move and she's gonna start underhooking. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open her elbow here and I'm gonna make a grip on her knee like so. I'm gonna put her like here. She's gonna take her arm out and now she's gonna be in this spot here. What's gonna happen now? She's gonna put her weight on her back leg still because her weight was on her back leg. So go on your knee, please. We're gonna end up here. No, you're not basing right. Your weight's gonna be here, like this. Her weight's gonna be on this side of her body like so. What I'm gonna do is, because this arm is free now, it was holding the ankle, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna go on my elbow. I'm gonna go on my arm. I'm gonna go on my arm. I'm gonna put my foot here, I'm gonna step on the floor. I'm gonna keep my foot on her hip for now. I'm gonna go here, stay up please. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna put my foot on the floor, and at this moment I'm gonna boost my arm. I'm gonna use this bottom leg to chop her ankle and do an ankle pick on her body to make her fall. You see? This is what I'm gonna use to make her fall. I'm gonna chop this leg, I'm gonna do an ankle pick on her knee to make her fall. So that's what I'm doing in this spot. Come back up, please. So when I'm here, and I'm here, I make the grip. I'm gonna post my arm. I'm gonna chop the leg. I'm gonna post my foot on the floor. And when I post the foot on the floor, I'm gonna use my knee on her hip like this. Just like you learned in previous lessons, lay down please. When I'm doing a leg drag, and I go like this, and I open her hip. It's the same exact concept how we open the hip to sweep them. Opening the knee to sweep their hip. Okay, it's exactly the same thing as an elbow post. When your leg is straight, straighten your leg, and we bend the leg. We could sweep the person by opening their hip. So that's what I'm doing in this spot. So when I'm here, and I have the lapel grip fed, and I get the grip here, all I'm doing is this. I put my foot down, I go on my elbow, I go on my arm, I bring my foot down and I'm gonna start straightening her leg. I'm gonna put my foot to the floor, I'm going to put pressure on my knee, I'm gonna post my hand on the floor, and that moment I'm gonna stretch this bottom leg, like so, to sweep her to top. You see how strong of a sweep this is? Like I said, Tanquillo used this against Lucas Lepre, the best, like one of the best passers ever. You know, he has one of the strongest bases ever too, so it's a legit move. So, you stand up, please. So when I'm here, again, this is like a basic tripod sweep. You're using your body the same exact way as we learned how to, right? So I'm here, I get the De La Riva, I start getting to the lapel, I feed the lapel, I'm strong here. She starts walking, I notice she's walking, I grab here. I can even push her arm out, I end up in De La Riva like this. I put the De La Riva hook in, I start going here. All I'm gonna do now is, I go on my elbow, I put my elbow on the floor, I put this foot on the mat when I'm ready. I can leave my foot up, no problem. But if I want more pressure to sweep her hip, it's better if I put my foot on the floor and hook her body. Come back up, please. So I hook her body. Now look what I can do. See how I can use my hip forward like this? I bridge my hip forward and I put a lot of pressure on her hip to sweep her there. So again, when I'm here, I'm in De La Riva. I go to hug the grip here. She starts walking, I grab the grip here, and now I move her knee down my body. Look how I'm able to use this. So come back up. This is so important you notice what I'm doing, so bring your foot all the way up again. Look what I can do whenever I get this grip. I can grab the knee, and now once I get the grip here, look at my arm. This arm is below her kneecap, here. And once I get this, I could crunch and bring her knee below my arm. Now look where her foot went. So this is a cheat code you could use if the foot gets too high above your body. So bring it back up, please. So walk your foot up, please. Yeah, you're here. I pull down the collar, I get the grip. I have my hand here, on my arm here. I grab the ankle here. I just do this, 1, 2. Now I have the foot back in. So now she puts her foot back on the floor and she's basing normal. Angle yourself normal, please. Go on your knee.
Oh, the knee.
Your foot's still off the floor. Try to base normal. So now you're here. So now I step on the floor, I put my knee on her hip, I step up, I trap my foot like this. I can even hook her back leg if I want, and now I just do this. And now I can sweep her to top, you see? I'm gonna explain the base because she's still not basing correctly, so when she's here and holding De La Riva, and she gets the grip, and the person turns the knee. If I stay like this, I'm already gonna get swept, so the person's gonna put their weight back on the front leg. You see? I have to put weight back on the front leg. I'm not gonna just stay like this. If I stay like this, you can literally just take my back or something. So come back. So when I'm here, and I go to De La Riva, I get the lapel, she walks her foot up, I get here. I start taking her knee off the floor. Now she's gonna put her foot back down normal, you see? Now she's basing. She's actually giving me a base, okay? So now I'm gonna go back to De La Riva. I put my foot on the hip. I'm gonna step on the mat. I'm gonna post my arm on the floor. Again, she's keeping all the weight on the back leg. I'm gonna just close her knee. She has to put weight forward. So now I'm gonna step on the floor. I'm gonna go on my elbow like this. As I do this, I'm gonna post on my hand. I'm gonna trap her foot, step my foot on the floor. I can even hook her back leg if I want. And now I'm just gonna post my hand and sweep her, opening her hip. You see how powerful this is, guys? It's super powerful. Now it easily opens her hip and I end up on top. Okay, so again, I need you to understand when we're playing this grip, all what we're doing, we're following all the rules of De La Riva we just learned. Once we have this grip, we're able to move the foot that's in front of our body, down her body, right? When we have this grip, we're able to put all the pressure on her knee. Once we can put the pressure on her knee, we can manipulate her body all around, like we learned, the lower part of her body. That is why we can move the leg down, you see? Once we have this grip, we're dominating one side, which we learned in Jiu-Jitsu is such an effective approach that I think Roger Gracie was the greatest at, right? He literally dominated one side of everyone in close guard and would drag their bodies and he did this to everyone, right? So dominating one side is such a powerful position. it makes it that the person can't put that much weight on you. You see? And again, the underhook from De La Riva is one of the most powerful options for passing De La Riva. You know, Malfacini uses this position so much. Cobrinha uses this position so much. I think almost everyone, all the top guys love to underhook that leg because it's so strong. Once you underhook it, you're in such a tight passing spot, you know? Because when they're hugging your leg here, and you grab, no, normal. Just, when they're hugging your leg here, and I go like this, there's no frame on me, and she's holding my leg to pull me in. So now she's helping me pass her guard. You see? That's why it's so powerful to underhook the leg here. So the person on top, when you're drilling this, has to learn how to do this by doing this. All you do is they have the lapel. Remember how I said when they hold the lapel, they're controlling your knee, but my ankle is free, so I'm just gonna walk, I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna walk. Now I'm just gonna underhook. I'm gonna grab the shoulder, I'm gonna lift, I'm just gonna go like this. Okay, this is all the person's doing on top, you see? We got it here, and then they do the position. So I'm here. I have De La Riva. She's gonna put her weight on her back leg and walk. If her weight's on the front leg, she's gonna fall. So she puts her weight on the back leg and walks. Yes. Now I feed the lapel. Here. You see? Once I get the lapel, my grip is gonna go below her knee. Here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull her knee to my chest. I'm gonna bring my foot to the side of her body. I'm gonna bring her up like this. Once I bring her up, she's gonna put weight back on her foot like normal. And I'm gonna be in De La Riva like this. You see? Now when I get here, I'm gonna see her weight on her front leg. And I'm going to be in this spot here. All I'm going to do is I'm gonna push her hip. I'm gonna go on my elbow. After going on my elbow, I'm gonna put my foot on the floor. I'm gonna put my foot could you please stay up? You're already falling.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Look. Now she's gonna stay up here. I'm gonna put my elbow on the floor. I'm gonna post my foot on the floor, either hooking or toes on the floor. I'm gonna trap her bottom leg, I'm gonna sweep her, and I'm gonna open her hip with my knee on her hip, like this. And now I'm gonna come up, okay? I need you to understand the concept of opening the hip that we learned previously. It's so important when we're doing this series. And the person on top, like I said, has to put weight forward. If they just sit down, you can't drill the move. So they have to base correctly. So again, I'm here. I'm in De La Riva. She starts kicking out her leg. I feed the lapel. She starts under. I get the grip here. Now I feel like she's still trying to underhook me. Let's say that she stayed here. I just put my forearm here. I hold the ankle. Try to like underhook me more. See, her arm is trapped now. Look what I can even do if I want. If she keeps her arm like this, look what I can do. I can literally grab here and sweep her to the side. Look. You see? If they keep their arm trapped, that's how much control I have of her body. There, you see? So again, I'm here. I get the De La Riva. I feed the lapel. I get here. She starts walking. I get to the grip here. She starts putting her grip under. Again, if she keeps her arm like this, I can bring her into her chest and I go here. Look. I just hold the ankle. So we change sides. Please angle yourself this way. Good. Now she start underhooking again. Put your weight on the back. All I do is this. I lift up her leg. I bring her body like this. So another thing I want you to notice. Notice how when I'm able to lift up her leg because all her weight's on her back leg, right? That's why this front leg is light. She's doing this because she feels off balance. She put her weight on the front leg when she's underhooking, and now put your weight on the front leg. Look how she's just gonna fall. She has to fall if that happened. So she has to put her weight back. And because her weight's back, we could sweep her so easy. So when I'm here, I'm in De La Riva. Feed the lapel, she goes here. I get the grip here. Now her weight's on the back leg, right? So it should feel like I can't sweep her that way. That is why now I can move her by here. I get the De La Riva in. Now she's basing normal. Because she's trying to stay up, right? If she just leaves her weight off the floor, I can move her. I can move her, you see? So when I'm here, move yourself this way, please. So when I'm here, all I'm going to do is this. I step on the leg. I step on the floor. I could hook like a butterfly hook if I want. I can just post my foot on the floor. I'm going to go on my elbow like so. When I go on my elbow, all I'm going to do is I'm going to open her knee. I'm going to use my knee on her leg. I can even get my hook under. Stay up, please. I'm going to take my hook out from the De La Riva. If you could stay up, please.
I'm trying.
Because I feel like I could just do this to you. So try to keep your base up. Now I'm going to step on the floor. I'm going to post my hand. And now I'm gonna sweep her down. You see? This is how I'm sweeping the person. It's so important you understand how I'm opening her hip and I'm using this lapel as a sweep on her hip. It gives me so much power, guys, to sweep my opponent. So this is a new grip for you guys, and you're going to start noticing that it's really strong to do if you cannot beat the person's forward foot. This is a cheat for you if you feel like you can't move the leg back. All our rules of De La Riva, you're trying to adjust, you just switch to this and it saves you. So again, here. De La Riva. I get the lapel. She starts walking her foot. If she waits on the forward leg, she's gonna fall. She puts her weight on the back leg. So I go here. Now she puts her weight on her back leg. So she goes on her knee. She stays up, go back up. And she has her arm like this. I could just do this. You see? So they have to put their weight back. So again, you underhook. I cannot sweep her this way. Okay? So now her weight's on the back leg. So it's the same drill as we did this before when her weight's on the back leg. Just keep your arm here. When I go like this. You see? I'm just doing that with the lapel. So when I'm here, and I'm here, and she's underhooking, and she's putting her weight on the back leg. I'm doing that with the lapel. I use my forearm, I use my leg, I bring her knee to my chest. The same exact thing as the other drill, where I keep her weight on the back leg. Now I adjust and I'm bringing the leg back down. Now she's basing normal. And she's here. Now she's basing normal, and she's here. I feed the lapel, my arm is under her kneecap, so I have my forearm, I have this part of my wrist on her knee like so. Now, I put my foot to the floor, I put my elbow to the mat, I go on my elbow like this. Because now I can technical stand up. You see? Now I can technical stand up here. That is why I'm doing this how I am. My foot here, if I can keep it in, makes a super tight De La Riva hook where I'm putting pressure like this, so she's trying to open. And as she's trying to open, it gives me the opportunity to sweep her. That is why this is so strong. So we have the lapel fed. This is a great spot, by the way, if you need like a quick sweep. Like, oh, Mikey, you need to sweep. 10 seconds left. You're going to sweep the person really powerful here. The foot's on the stomach. We're here. I get the lapel. My arm is under her knee. I go on my elbow. How do I do that? I just bring my elbow up and tripod my elbow up like this. So I can't just go on my elbow like this. I bring my arm up. And now I can go on my elbow. Look. Now I can tuck my elbow. Now my foot can come off the floor. It can go like this and step on the floor. Once I do this, I hook, I put pressure on her knee, I post the arm, I put my foot on the floor, and now I can put pressure on her hip to sweep her down. Again, the concept is the same as when we're doing the leg drag. To open the knee. Once we can open the knee, we can establish a super tight sweeping spot. So again, I'm here. Keep the lapel. Yes, now her weight's on the back leg. So I could go here. So now she's trying to keep weight forward. I angle her body down here. Look. See how I just did that? That's all we're doing. So come back up, please. So she's here. She walks her leg up. I make a grip here. I just do this. I grab the ankle. I put the side of my foot on her leg. And I just, or I can keep my foot in, no problem. Either this, both are forms of De La Riva. I just bring her knee to my chest. So her weight's on her back leg. I just do this. I bring it up, and now I move her foot down. So her foot is over here. I just move it down my body. Now I let her sit normal again. You see? Now I'm in the perfect spot to sweep. My foot's already on her hip. I have the De La Riva foot in, super tight. So again, watch how I do this.
Stand up again?
Yes. So she's here. She puts her weight back. She walks her foot up. I make a grip here. I bring my forearm in. So I close my elbow. So my elbow's open. I just bring my elbow to my body. You see? Like this. Once I do this, I grab the heel with this arm. I pull. Now when I'm here, look what I do. I stuff her foot in and I put the De La Riva in. Once I stuff her foot down my butt. Once I stuff the foot down my butt, I end up in this spot here. Where she's going to put her foot on the floor if she's alive. Yes. Now we're here. I could sweep my opponent. When I sweep here, all I do is I step on the floor. I post my arm. I get here. Now I'm going to open my knee, step on the floor, and sweep. To sweep my opponent. Okay? Again. I'm here. Get to this spot here. In De La Riva, she walks her foot. I get the grip. She starts going here. So now I angle, I go 2 grips on her leg. So both grips are on her leg here. You see how I'm holding the ankle and this knee grip. Now, look at how I'm able to lift up her leg because I have 2 grips on her leg to control her. See how strong this is? This is so important how I'm using one arm. It's like a bar. It's like I'm holding a bar when I have this grip, when I'm like this. So it's like I'm holding a bar on her leg. And my foot is on the side, or it's like this. Both are fine. Just because even if she tries to underhook again, like I said, if she underhooks here and she puts any weight forward, I could grab her shoulder and just sweep her to the side. You see? Like a super powerful side sweep. See, that's an option. People will actually do this for sure. So this will actually work a lot if you want to practice that tip. So again, you're here. I go to this spot here. She walks forward. I make a grip here. I grab the ankle and I grab this leg here. Now try stepping over, try fighting me here. Here. I put the foot in. Now she's going to put weight on her foot on the floor. Now she's basing here. She might be grabbing my collar or my leg. She's going to be trying to fight me here like this. Perfect. I just put my leg inside her knee because I just need to get my knee in front of her hip like so. Once I do this, I can post my hand on the floor. I can go on my elbow. Once I'm here, she's already falling, so stay up, please. Yes. I put my foot down. Once I put my foot down, I'm going to post on my hand. Once I do this, I'm going to open my arm like this. Like I'm doing elbow. I'm like doing an elbow, and I'm opening my knee at the same time. You see? It's like I'm doing an elbow, like boom, boom. And opening my knee. That enables me to put 2 things on her hip right now. My knee opening and my forearm putting pressure on her knee. Both things are putting pressure to open her knee. So then she can't stay up because her knee is being opened like this. So the more she tries to stay up, she falls. You see? That is what we're doing in this spot, okay? So again. Go De La Riva. She goes here. I grab the lapel. I feed the lapel. I go 2 on 1. I put the side of my foot here. I'm going to bring her foot down my body and put the De La Riva in here. Now she's going to fall. She's here. She's staying up here. She's trying to base, right? I just push her knee open a little bit and I bring my knee to the floor. Once I do this, look what I do. I just go 1, 2, 3. Now I have a lot of power to sweep her. You see, so this is a new grip for you guys to play with, and I think it's going to help you a lot, especially when people are bigger and stronger than you. You know, I would do this a lot with like people heavier than me. And even people your size, if you get this grip, they're going to feel so off balance to pass because, like I said before, for me to pass this, get the grip on me. For me to pass this, you see, it's very hard for me not to put weight forward, first of all. And if I underhook, like I said before, she could sweep me, look. So for me to pass this, it makes it that I have to kind of fall back and like take my leg out and try to get my leg, you see, like it makes it really stuck. So I feel like this style is very hard for people when they're in this spot. So again, I'm here. And I'm here. Here, I go 2 on 1 on the hand. I bring her body this way. Once I do this, look, I just put my De La Riva back in. Now look, if her arm stays trapped, look. So I'm gonna want you guys to drill this sweep also, just so you can practice. So you're here, I go here. She underhooks my leg. If I can, I'll chop her leg. I'll bring her body up. I'll keep her arm chopped. Once I chop her arm here, she's in a very stuck spot, right? If I can keep her hand chopped, I grab her shoulder. With this arm, I grab the same size shoulder. Now I just sweep it to the side, look. To a perfect side sweep. Now I can remove my leg and come up to here. Let's change sides. So I'm here. Go here. I feed the lapel. I start going here. She underhooks. I go 2 on 1. I start going here. I'm able to keep her wrist trapped in my leg. So I make a De La Riva on her leg. You see how I chop the arm? Once I chop this arm, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab the shoulder right here. Why? Because now I can go like I have both grips on her arm, like a scissor sweep. I go here. If I can, now I'm going to put her weight on the front leg. Because now her weight be on the front side. Her arm is trapped. I pull the shoulder. I pull the grip to me. And I sweep it to the side. Here. Now I can hook her leg. sweep, and come on top. See? So let's change sides. So like I've been doing in this whole series, I keep giving you a bunch of positions to play with from these spots because I want to show you it more reaction based. Like, I'm not just showing you moves, I want you to like see when you're doing them, more application, like what's happening in every spot, why we're doing them, okay? And the biggest thing you're taking away from this is this 2-on-1 grip I'm doing on the leg to move her foot down. Like we learned in everything in De La Riva, how when the foot's too high, we have to use some part of our body to put the weight on the knee, to move back, all these things. And now this grip enables us to stuff the leg in and then we can sweep them. So it's super powerful, guys. So we're here. I get the De La Riva. I get the grip. She walks up. I make the grip here. Feed your arm, please.
No,
Yes. And now you're here. Her arm is here, right? So I go 2-on-1. I go here. I pull her arm to me. I bring her knee in. Now her arm is kind of trapped, right? Can you take out your arm? Now I got the shoulder. Look. As she's taking out, look. As long as her elbow's in, you see how she falls every time? So again, let's change sides. I'm here. I go to De La Riva. I go hugging De La Riva. She walks her foot up. She walks her foot up. Now she starts underhooking. I get the grip here. I go here. I go 2-on-1. I bring her body this direction. So her weight's off her forward leg. I see this. I put my De La Riva hook in. Her arm is still trapped. I'm just going to grab her elbow or shoulder here. I'm going to stretch and I'm going to put all her weight onto the front leg. When I do this, now I can sweep her down to bring her to here. Again. Here. Yeah. See, so I'm using my shin on her body here. Look at my shin, how it hooks her body. I'm using my shin like this to bring her to this side. That's very important how I'm using my shin here. Then once I use my shin, I get here. Now I push her leg down. You see how her toe is below my body. I put the hook in. Now her elbow's trapped. So now I can grab her shoulder, elbow, and I use my shin as a scissor sweep to sweep her to the side. Look. Now I can bring my leg out. Hook, come up to here. Again. I'm here. So look, I'm here. I bring my foot to her ASI still. I stuff it in. I go here. Once I'm here, I grab the shoulder, elbow. Now I do this. I go here. Again. Now the second sweep, she doesn't keep her weight, she puts her weight back down where I can't side sweep her and I can't keep the arm trapped. So I get De La Riva, I get here, she starts underhooking, I get here, but I can't keep her arm trapped. So I bring the leg to me, I can't keep the arm trapped. So she takes her arm out. I go here, she puts her foot back down. You see, so now I can't side sweep her, right? You see how I can't because her weight's back normal now, right? So now what am I going to do? I'm going to post on the ankle, I'm going to pull the ankle up a little bit. I'm going to go with my elbow, I'm going to step on the floor. I'm going to put my right knee on her hip like so. I'm going to open my hip, I'm going to post my arm, bring my De La Riva out, I'm going to step it on the floor. So both my heels touch the floor. Once both heels touch the floor, I'm able to come up, right? Didn't we learn that with sweeping? I open my hip and I elbow her knee. And now I can sweep her down like so again. So again. You see how all these are built based on each other. I'm giving you two options, right? If she doesn't put her weight down, me want to chop the arm, I can side sweep her. She puts her weight back normal, we sweep her with the tripod. So here again, I go De La Riva. I feed the lapel, she walks up. She goes here. I do the 2-on-1, I start feeding her leg here. She takes her arm out, she bases normal again. She puts her weight on her toes, yes. We end up in De La Riva now. Once we end up in De La Riva, she's holding my collar, whatever. I end up in this spot. I can pull the collar if I want, I just get on my elbow. So I push her away, I get on my elbow. I push her away, I get on my elbow. Once I get on my elbow, I'm just gonna step on the floor so my heels touch the floor. Because remember what I said about her to defend a sweep? She can't let my heels touch the floor. So now that my heels can touch the floor, I can use my knee on her body. And once I use my knee on her body, I can use my elbow on her knee, opening my knee, I post on my arm. First I get on my elbow, I crunch my head, going to her arm, and I open my elbow at the same time. Here. Once I do this, I'm on my elbow. Now I just have to get on my hand. Once I do this, I open, stay up please, go on this knee. Yes, there you go. I open, I post, I take my leg down, and I sweep her down. Just sweep her. Again. I'm here. She starts walking her leg up. I get the grip here. I go here, I bring her down. If her weight stays down here, look. Now I bring the De La Riva in. She keeps her leg down now. I keep the elbow, I get the grip here. I push her. Again, if her weight's wrong, I can do this. Look. You see, if I'm able to control the elbow, I can do this. So she's gonna have to keep her weight where I can't sweep her to the side. Yes, now it feels strong. Now what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna step on the floor, I'm gonna go on my elbow, I'm gonna bring my leg down, I'm gonna push my knee, and I'm gonna sweep her down to here. You see? All these moves are gonna work together. But again, an option here, if she puts her weight wrong, putting all her weight on the forward side, you can sweep her. So if she puts all her weight wrong here, and she's here, put your weight wrong. Like,
This?
no. Just put your weight on the forward leg. Like she was, I just grab her elbow, and I sweep her down. So she has to put her weight back, or she's gonna fall. So come back now. Now base correctly. Put your weight back there. Yes. Now I can't side sweep her. You see? Because I can't side sweep her, look what I can do. I go here, I put my foot to the floor. I step down, I post my hand. I bring my head to her shoulder. I step down, now look. So she has to put her weight on the back leg. So now there's 3 sweeps for you guys, look. Here, I'm here. She walks her leg up. I go here. First sweep, I can keep the arm trapped. I go here, I keep the arm trapped. Now all her weight and everything is forced to this side. I grab her shoulder. I sweep her down. 1. Second sweep. I go here. She's here. She walks her leg up. I get the grip. I go 2 on 1 and move her this way. I notice she puts her weight forward though, like this. So now I make the grip. I grab her elbow. I sweep here. That's the second sweep. The third sweep, we're here. I'm here. I'm in De La Riva. She walks her foot up. I grab the grip here. She walked her foot up. I go 2 on 1. I go here. She puts her weight down and back. So now I can't side sweep her. No way, you see? So now all I'm going to do is this. I crunch my head to her shoulder. I get on my elbow. I put my foot on her leg. I step, and now I'm going to do the tripod. Taking my bottom leg out, I can hook. I go here, and I post, and I sweep. You see? So I'm doing all 3 of these sweeps together to combine to be able to sweep her. You see? And one of these 3 should work. And I'm going to show you a lot of other options if this tripod doesn't work. But again, we're here. Make the grip. I go here. Under her, please. 1. Just grab my collar. You're holding my leg. 2. You see, I can't sweep her because her weight's on the back leg. So now I can tripod sweep her. I just do this. 1, 1, 2, 3. See? So now I'm able to use all 3 of these sweeps together in a chain. The person on top has to help you with their base. They can't just lay down. They either put their weight forward, they put their weight on the back leg, and then you can combine them all together. If you can take the opportunity of trapping the arm and close the elbow, go ahead, please, because it's super powerful if you can sweep them with their arm chop. And so this position, this defense to De La Riva is a very dangerous defense, a very good pass. And we're taking advantage of this pass and getting a really strong attack off of it. As you can see, this is a part of the back leg family where the person has their weight on the back leg. And we're using it manipulating their body, and once their weight's on the back leg, we can manipulate this leg to be light. Just like in regular De La Riva, when we were here, and all the weight was on the back leg, we did this, and made this leg light, right? And every time we put all the weight on the back leg, we're able to make this leg we're able to come back in a super strong spot on this leg, right? That's what we're doing here. When I'm here, and I get the grip here, and I have the grip here, and I get to here, this spot here, look what I'm doing. I'm bringing her back, but now in a super advantageous spot. That once I come back and I turn, I can sweep her, or she puts her weight on the back leg. Now I can step, sweep, and sweep her down. Look, another detail, notice that a lot of the times when she's basing more normal with her leg up, I'm hooking her back leg with my foot, like a butterfly hook. This is really good because I can open her hip even more, okay? So I can step on the floor, and if there's room, I can step on her hip like this when I come up. Now when I step on the hip to come up, look how much more power I have if I want to use my hook like this. You see? So I can make a De La Riva on our back leg also. So play with that also when you're there, okay? I want you to practice all these 3 moves together. Practice the opponent flowing there, changing reactions, so you guys can put this all together, okay? And now we're gonna move on to the next thing, but as you can see, they all work in a chain. So let's work it.